The video. No, it's not. They're just making that up. They're scared about livestock emits certain gases that are dangerous to the environment. Don't be scared of that. They're just trying to fearmonger. They're just trying to make you all scared. They're just trying to fearmonger you. No, it's not. They're making that up. They're spinning up a bunch of stuff like they always do. They spin up a bunch of stuff. No, it's not. They're just making that up. They're making up these little excuses to always find fault with someone. Always find fault with something. They're fault finders. They're fault finders. They look for the faults. They look for any little faults. And don't worry, because you know something? If they can't find anything, then they'll just make stuff up. They'll make stuff up. I don't believe what they're saying about livestock and cattle. That they miss harmful stuff into the atmosphere. They're just making that up because we've always had livestock and cattle as far back as like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. I think one of Adam and Eve's sons was probably a farmer, had cattle, had livestock, and there was never any problem. Never was any problem. You eat meat, do you die from that? No. See, they're just making that up. Don't be scared. They're just making things up. And don't worry if they can't find something, if they cannot find fault with anyone or anything, they'll make things up that aren't even true. They falsely accuse people, and they know they falsely accuse people. Look at some of these overzealous nutcase cops. They're overzealous. They're crazy. They're radical not doing cases. They're radical crazies. They make people falsely confess to crimes that they never even committed, and the police know that they didn't commit the crime. And the police say, well, we'll stop interrogating you when you tell us what we want to hear. So that's the bottom line, isn't it? They'll stop interrogating you when you tell them what they want to hear. They say, oh, we'll keep drilling you and attacking you and drilling you, and we'll keep at you until you tell us what we want to hear. Bottom line, what do you want to hear? And say they're harassing and drilling me, and they just won't knock it off. I say, well, okay then, what do you want to hear? We want to hear that you did such and such thing. We want to hear that. That's and I said, but I didn't do it. And they know you didn't do it. They know I didn't do it. They say, well, sure, we know you didn't do it, but that's not what we want to hear. We want to hear you say that you did it, we want you to say, I did it. But you know that's not true, because I didn't do it. But then they say, well, that's not what we want to hear. What do you want to hear? We want to hear you say you did it. And they say, but I didn't. And they say, well, we know you didn't do it, but that's not what we want to hear. Bottom line, they're admitting it. It's not what they want to hear. They want to hear you falsely confess to something that you never even did, and they know it. They just want you to make a false confession. The bottom line is what they want to hear. And so it's like, yeah, but the truth is I didn't do it. But that's not what they want to hear. They want to hear you say that you did it when you didn't. So they want you to lie. You see how that works? You see how that works? They want you to lie. Oh, but that's not what we want to hear. Oh, but I didn't do it. Then you know I did. Oh yeah, we know that we're aware, but we know you didn't do it. But now why do you want me to say that they did when you know very well that they didn't? Because it's what we want to hear. Bottom line, what they want to hear. In other words, they want you to say something that's not true. They want you to lie. They want you to lie. But then you gotta remember that you do have the right to remain silent, and you should remain silent and say, well, I'm not speaking until I can speak with a lawyer. I have a right to a lawyer. I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to a lawyer and attorney. Even your lawyer will say, you know, don't say anything until we get to court if you have a good lawyer. Bottom line, what they want to hear, even though they admit it's not even true. This world prefers lies. Prefer a lie over the truth. And they'll even order you writing in true that, oh, you better lie, tell us what we want to hear, or we're gonna do this, you do that too. Well, you know, I don't care, you do what you want, but I'm not gonna lie. I answer to an even higher authority, so why don't you just take a long walk off a short pier, because I will not lie. You will not force me to do anything I choose not to do, because I do answer to a higher authority. And they see they don't respect you. this world doesn't respect you. I've always said it, and I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it until the day I die. As long as this is truth, as long as you don't expect to be treated fair, you're fine, because you won't be treated fair. Oh, it's like God forbid you should expect to be treated fair. Oh, God forbid that you expect to be treated fair. Oh, God forbid. It's like it's some sin, because I want to be respected. Mutual respect, it's not just me being respected. I respect you, but then I respect you, and you have to respect me. That's the way it is. I respect you, but then you have to respect me. That's the way it is with me. I'll respect you, but something. If you think that you don't know me any respect, I respect you, and you don't have to respect me, think again. I just don't play that way. Something that you have this is the way you got to be. Yes, you will respect others. Yes, you will respect others, but you'll demand that other people respect you. It's just that simple, and it's not an unrealistic demand. And they say, like even at the place where you work, well, if you want to be respected, they'll fire you. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the best thing they'd fire you. Maybe that's the best thing. And don't worry about that. You do have a creator that's looking down on you, and he knows your needs. As long as you're seeking him first, his kingdom, his righteousness, his truth, his whole truth, nothing but his truth. So help you, yeah. As long as you're doing that, your creator knows the things you have need of. And you seek him first, not the things that you need or want. But you seek him first. You seek his kingdom. You seek his righteousness. This is in Matthew 6 about seek ye first the kingdom of Yah, his righteousness, his kingdom, and seek him first. And seek his truth, his whole truth, and nothing but his truth. So help you, yeah. Then you do that, then your creator knows the things you want, and he knows the things you need. Now, he will not always give you the things you want. It depends. It depends what you want. But I can guarantee you that he's always going to give you what you need. He knows what you need. He'll give you what you need. Another thing is in John, I forget the exact Bible reference, but in John this is, if you ask anything that's according to His will, He will grant it to you. He knows what you need of, and if you ask anything that's according to His will, He will grant it. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, look, they spin stuff up. They spin lies. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a minute. I know they're making things up. I know it. I know it. They make up a lot of things. One day they just wanted to pick on plastic straws. So they, oh, we're doing it for the environment. Oh, we're doing this for the good of the earth. No, they're not. They could care less about, trust me. They don't care about no environment. They're the ones that are polluting and destroying them, right? They don't care. They just want to petty. They're petty. They want to pick on plastic straws. They say, "Oh, well, we can't grind them. We can't grind them down. We can't grind them down and recycle them. No, man. What kind of what kind of pure nonsense is that?" Of course, they can grind that down and remelt it and reuse it for other things. Of course, they can. They're saying they can't recycle paper, they can't recycle plastic. And like paper documents, they're saying, "Oh, well, we're getting rid of all this stuff for the good of the environment." No, they're not. Think about, what do they care about the environment? They don't think about that. If they really care, and you think they, well, okay, if they care so much, why are they putting pollutants in the air? Don't ever believe that. These environmentalists, they're using it's like Greta Thunberg. They're using Greta Thunberg. But something? I pray that the day will come, and it will come very soon, when Greta Thunberg, her eyes will be opened, and she will see the truth. I am praying for Greta Thunberg, and I'm praying she sees the truth, how she's being used and manipulated. A lot of these are just, and they're the ones that are deliberately making the problem, deliberately. And I want to fight back with, oh, well, don't listen to music conspiracy theorists. Well, they love to play that card, don't they? They love to play that card. But they could care less about the environment. Well, they care. They do care about. Here's the question: if they care so much about the environment, why are they still using gas and oil? Why are these rich Republicans, these phony balonies, why are they doing all this? And still putting pollutants in there. Something, they don't fool me, not for a bit. They're all a bunch of church hypocrites. They're hypocrites and liars, and they don't fool me. They thinking things and twisting it and using it to meet their own ends, to cover their own hides. They're crooks. They're liars. They're using people like Reddit to break. They're playing on people's fears. They're lying. They're saying all kinds of crazy nonsense. One day they tell you to eat meat. And then the next day they say, well, you shouldn't eat meat. One day they tell you that this is good for you. Next day they tell you, oh, it's not good for you. Can you see what kind of hypocrites they are? They don't fool me for a bit. Don't be fooled, I'm not. They're gonna find the fault of something. They're always looking for faults. I remember this one healthcare worker who worked for this one healthcare company. This one healthcare worker, and so he mentioned all the good things that the company, and the company says, well, we don't want to hear all the good things, we want to hear the bad things, the negative things. We want to hear all the negative things. If there's anything positive, we don't want to hear that. And they also don't want to hear the truth. But they do want to hear lies, don't they? Oh yeah, all that gravy is good. It's all good. You can see they don't care about you. So when are you gonna wake up, stop banging your head in the stop burying your head in the sand? Wake up, go on these nationwide strikes, and stand up to these governments, these police, and these bullies. Because, you know, son, they don't have a hell to put you into. You know that? They don't have a hell to put you in. The Most High does, but they don't. And I like that when they say that they own you and they own everything that belongs to you. They own your house, they own your car, they own your children, they own your spouse, and they even own you. They own your souls. And I mean, if that's not enough, they go so far as to claim to be God. They claim to be God. I mean, what blasphemy. But what can you expect from them? You know what they're expecting from them. And they're very ignorant, and they talk down to certain people. They put people in class discrimination. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the global elites. And they're, you know, I'm going to tell the truth, and I don't care if they kill me. I don't care if they kill me. You know, I don't care. They kill me. It's like, here I am. You want a piece of me? Come at me. Here I am. I don't care if they kill me. Because, you know, they don't just want to kill me. They want to kill me, and they want to kill every human being on this earth. They want to kill all human beings. They want to kill every human being on this earth. They even want to kill the unborn through abortion. They want to kill the unborn through abortion. And they have the gall to claim they be Christians. And they have the gall to call themselves Catholics. And yet they're killing the unborn for profit. You see now why I don't care for religion? Do you see now why I don't care for religion? You know, they commit abortions. They kill the unborn child. They kill unborn children. They kill the unborn child through abortion. And they have the gall to say that they are good Catholics and they're whatever nice Christians. You see now why I hate religion, why I don't even care for religion, why I've gotten out of it years ago and why I'll never ever go back to it. Never. Can you see? I think that I should probably call this video Beware of the Hipochristians. Because that's what they are. Hipochristians. You know, like hypocrites. They claim they're Christian, they're Catholic. Doesn't that just blow your mind? How they can claim that they're Christians and Catholics. And they'll abort. They'll kill unborn through abortion. You know, I say, beware of those Hipochristians.